Helen, what's your literary soap?
Right, it's a scene from The Archers by Martin Scorsese. In the bleak, stifling environment of Ambridge's farming community, the young men are desperate. One of the young-ish men, Phil Archer, played by Roger Cadell, is caught between his duty to the farm he loves and dreams of escaping to Felpersham with his best friend, Bad Boy Grundy, played by David De Niro. Cut to Lakey Hill. Johnny Boy David De Niro stands at the top surveying Ambridge. He has just shaved his head and put on 3 stone to play this scene. A close-up on his hand reveals the word sheep tattooed on his knuckles. He is smoking a cigarette. When he finishes smoking, he tosses the butt to the ground, starting a forest fire. He remains oblivious. He has left all the gates open on the way up the hill, freeing all of Ambridge's livestock. Various crashes can be heard as cars collide with the happy animals.
And Helen, what's your cautionary tale?
Well, it's about Bill Clinton, which I don't think anybody's probably heard of or discussed recently. It's called Out of the Mouths of Bill Jr. William told such awful whoppers, grown men wept and gnashed their choppers. He lied from such an early age, he should have taken to the stage. So little point to truth he saw when growing up in Arkansas, that when he stole an apple pie, he found it easier to lie than face the anger of his mother, but he shouldn't have involved another. Monica Jr. was young and sweet. She worshipped at our William's feet. When William wanted to undress her, he stole the pie for to impress her. She was amazed, she was impressed. Behind the haystack she undressed. But before she could take off her blouse, Bill's mother called them from the house. I've lost my pie, where has it gone? Monica knew she might get done. But Monnie loved her boy so dearly, she knew she had to help him, really. She hid the pie beneath her dress. The custard made an awful mess. When Bill's mom found them by the fence, a picture of real innocence, Mon swore she'd never seen the pie, and Bill said, Mommy, nor have I. So if you're going to tell untruths, please don't involve unsubtle youths. In adulthood, to avoid jail, don't kiss the girls, and don't inhale.
And Helen, who's your critic?
Well, Jane Austen, actually. Jane Austen reviews Shirley Conran's Superwoman. My dear, I did not want to find your book agreeable, as it would then save me the trouble of liking it a great deal. Good fortune, I was not disappointed. You begin by proclaiming life is too short to stuff a mushroom. This elegance had me reaching for my smelling salts with great alacrity. But then I considered the universally acknowledged truth that a single woman in possession of an overdraft must be in want of a bestseller, and I understood. I have heard from the publisher that you receive 2 million every 12 months from royalties. I shall go distracted with envy. But let us be fair to you. Handsome young women must have something to live on, as well as the plain. And now, to the tome itself. People like you who are showing the world what female manners should be are certainly doing a great deal to set them right. I am particularly grateful to your example in the chapter, How to Get Your Own Way, when you tell us to proclaim loudly, I cannot accept what you say. This will, you tell us, make sure we solve an argument and win. I do wonder how many years scholastic endeavour afforded you in this insight, and how many friends are still afforded you. May I take issue with you on your how to sit section? You say it is essential to tip your pelvis up with feet slightly apart. But this does not conjure up a picture of quiet repose. Perhaps this is how you spent many hours, pelvis up and feet apart. However, the thought of positioning myself thus and rocking away with my sample regretfully gives me not a little nausea.
Helen?
I think this has actually been spotted recently in the classified section, tiny writing, in the Washington Post. It reads, little blue dress from Gap, slightly soiled on the large side. Apply Lewinsky's nearly new but never knowingly undersold shop.